Hey folks, what's up? My name is Michael with Adventure Motors, and we just wanted to take a quick second and talk about this 2017 Toyota Tacoma that we supercharged with a Magnuson Supercharger. So come on in. What happened here was actually a customer came to us and said, hey, I'm thinking about getting rid of my truck. It's slow, it doesn't drive the way that I feel like it should drive from the factory. It's hunting for gears. But the biggest complaint was it's just low on power. And I love the truck, but I'm used to vehicles that just have more power than this. And Magnuson, as we all know, released the Supercharger kit kind of earlier on in the year, and they've been slowly getting out there, getting installed. So we kind of wanted to show you the kit in itself underneath the engine bay, talk about the mechanics of it a little bit, and then go for a drive and show you how it drives. So let's talk about the kit. All right, so as we know, the Tacoma is a 3.5 liter V6. It's an Atkins cycle engine, so it gets a lot of power, more high end in the power band. So in the higher RPMs is where you see a majority of the power out of this engine. Toyota did that for a couple different reasons. We can all speculate, but at the end of the day, it translates to its on-road driving characteristics are not the most ideal in certain scenarios. And most people's complaints on the third generation Tacomas are that they're hunting for gears or they're just low on power. So the solution for us with a lot of our customers that we're modifying their vehicles we're pointing towards a re-gear in the differentials to adjust the ratio and the drivetrain a little bit to help it drive better. But at the end of the day as well, adding power for a lot of us is always going to be the go-to. We just want to go faster, a little more power. So Magnuson delivered way beyond our expectations with this kit. This is a TVS 1900 Supercharger that produces 32% more power than the stock engine. It's like 380 something foot-pounds of torque with this kit. But overall, a 32% increase over the stock numbers on the vehicle. It is a direct bolt-on kit. Magnuson provides everything that you need for the kit, everything that you need within the kit, start to finish to install it. There's no outsourcing needed, no modifications outside of what is provided in the Magnuson kit. As you can see in the engine bay, the fit and finish is absolutely, it's beautiful. If we took this off right here, I would bet that a lot of people would look at it and just assume that it's a stock vehicle. Magnuson has been building supercharger kits for Toyotas for many years. We have installed them on Tacomas, FJs, 4Runners, Tundras, you name it, and all their kits will meet this level of quality. But this kit specifically, their most latest release of the kit for the Toyota world, is really, it blew our minds. They outdid themselves. You can see the bracketry on the driver's side bank of the engine here that mounts your idler pulley and the tensioner that's right here for the belt that's added onto to go over the supercharger right here. Just all looks factory. I mean, they've got and all the machining the edges. They really took their time to make it fit seamlessly. And you look at over here, all the vacuum actuator that's right here for the internal parts of the supercharger, all of your different coolant and vacuum lines that are run through here, everything. It just looks factory, and it drives incredible. So I'll let him show you really quick, just kind of zoom in on the engine bay and show you, and then let's go drive this thing. So the first thing that we noticed when we installed the kit, as we do with pretty much every Magnuson kit that we install, is just normal driving. It acts as if it's a completely stock vehicle. There's really no added noise to it at all. There's not, like in some supercharged vehicles or even some turbocharged vehicles, when you go from naturally aspirated to forced induction, you're going to have weird parts within the power band. You'll have flat spots, you'll have peaks. The things that we noticed, particularly with this kit, is that just normal driving, it drives just as if it were a stock vehicle. You roll into the throttle a little bit more, you can obviously notice that there's substantially more power there. But if I got in here and just drove it like it was normal and nobody told me anything was different about it, I'd be, you'd be none the wiser. Then of course, as you roll into the throttle, that's a different story. But we'll come up here. We've got a really nice high speed limit up this highway, so we can do a good 0 to 60 plus run and kind of let you feel it. So right here, I'm going to do when we turn, I'm going to do about a 60% throttle. So you can see, it's 56% throttle. See right out the gate. Effortless. I mean, I'm already going 60, and that was just barely even, really rolling into it. And it just goes through the gears nice and smooth. It's not hanging up in a certain gear. It drives really smooth. It's really nice. Beautiful part is, because there's more power on board, the engine isn't having to work as much and be at higher RPM to maintain power. So it goes 60 miles an hour, and this thing's going to downshift quick, and it can stay in that gear rather than hunting for gears to maintain speed, which is what's a lot of people's biggest complaints with the third generation Tacomas. So we'll go ahead and come to a complete stop here. Let's do like a 0 to 70 speed. Here's 70, so. Right there, already at 60. And we're at 70. And we'll stop here. So you can see for a 2017 Tacoma, that's quick. And you can see there's no flat spots within the power band. As soon as you get into the throttle, it just instant power there. Obviously, because of the design of the engine, it has a bit more power at the top end, but that dead space, that gutless bottom end, is almost completely gone. So we'll do it again here from a complete dig, or completely at 0, pointed straight, and nothing other than just going to go off brake and go right on the throttle and see how it reacts. So breaking the tires loose even in first gear. The little traction control kicks in. That's pretty incredible right there. And again, it's quiet. There's no screaming. There's no crazy whining and whirling. It's just power is there, and it sounds and even feels like a stock truck. The biggest thing that you'll notice as you're driving these, if you get one of these kits, granted, obviously, as you just saw, power. This thing is quick. It'll scoot. But the thing that I love the most about this kit is the power that's there from idle to like 3,500 RPM. That was my biggest complaint, and as you read online, and probably if you own one of your biggest complaints is that in lower RPM, this thing is just really starving for power. So it hangs in gear longer, and then it hunts for gears, and it translates to in certain scenarios a pretty poor driving experience with what we all know is an incredible truck. But right here, if I just give it a little bit of throttle, see, it'll kick down a lot quicker than it will from the factory. Boom, down to 2,500 RPM. Boom, down to 2,000 RPM. And I mean, I'm almost going 60 already, and I've barely included any throttle into it. And I mean, that translates to it from a daily driver perspective, just a way more enjoyable experience. I don't have to sit here and, I know, a lot of times, when I had my third generation Tacoma, there'd be situations where I'm trying to clear traffic or just get somewhere quicker, or even just merge without trying to just floor the thing. And it was hunting for gears, and it was hanging, and it would kind of sit there and go, and then shift, and it wasn't an awesome driving experience. And this completely eliminates all of my complaints in all of those scenarios. So we'll do it one last time. Instead of full throttle, I'm just going to go from here, and we're just going to do like a 70% throttle, so you can see as far as, not flooring it, just how much power is there. Let's say in a more typical scenario when you're driving a vehicle, so say we're going to go and merge on the highway. So I'm going to give it a little 60% throttle, shifts at 4,500, shifts at 4, shifts at 38, hang at 3, and then boom, 70 miles an hour. We're on the highway right there. And maybe 60, probably between 50 and 60% throttle right there. So that's pretty incredible. I'm very, very, very pleased with this kit. Then again, obviously, if you want the power is there, to hoon again a little bit, or kind of goose it around. If you really want to scoot, it'll do it. You just roll into it, boom, tons of power there. But again, drive like it's completely stock. It feels normal. Doesn't act weird. Doesn't go, doesn't lurching and throw me into the seat when I don't want it to. The power is there when I want it there. And I just want to drive it like a grandma. It'll let you. Just sit here and drive totally normal. So, yeah, that's kind of our my short review of the Magnuson Supercharger. This is on a 2017 Toyota Tacoma. If you have any questions about the kit, we've been a dealer for Magnuson for many years. We're a Toyota and Lexus specialty shop. That's all that we work on, and that's all that we've known for many, many, many years. And this is officially vehicle number 397, built by Adventure Motors. So head to our website, www.adventure-motors.com, and go follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Adventure Motors KC, and click on our current story highlight right now. This is Magnuson Week. We did an install on this and an install on a Toyota Tundra, 2019 Toyota Tundra with the 578. So go check it out. See ya. Adventure Motors is kind of a two-part company. We started in 2015, and we specialize in Toyota and Lexus off-road vehicles. So we sell roughly 250, 275 vehicles a year. The second part of our company is that we are a full kind of start to finish overland and off-road outfitter. Up until this year, we've exclusively serviced the Toyota and Lexus community. So your 4Runners, Tacomas, GX470s, Land Cruisers, Tundras, items like that. By start to finish outfitter, I mean anything from suspension, skid plates, sliders, roof racks, superchargers, re-gears, extended range fuel tanks, anything that you could possibly imagine, all the way up to the rooftop tents, roof racks, anything mechanically related or anything that is related to overland travel as well. So custom onboard water systems, solar systems, dual battery setups. We've got an ASE Master Certified Technician that is our shop manager, an ex-Toyota engineer that is our operations director here, combine over 30 years of experience as far as certified mechanics in-house here, and you're talking over 120 plus vehicle builds a year, a lot of experience specifically within the Toyota and Lexus platform. Adventure Motors is right in the heart of Kansas City. We're just a couple miles south of downtown Kansas City, located in the state of Missouri, not Kansas. It's kind of nice because we have a customer base that goes from West Coast, East Coast, Minnesota to Texas. We've got vehicles outside of the country as well. So as far as a logistical standpoint, we're smack dab in the middle of the country. So we have a lot of customers that will purchase vehicles from us that we then outfit, that we will ship to them, getting inventory, getting vehicles out, as well as people bringing vehicles to us to outfit. We're centrally located. And then also for our Opus trailer brand, being able to ship those out is a lot more cost effective for the customer, just being in the middle of the country. Anything that you would want or that you would need to properly get off the road safely, reliably, get into the backcountry and just stay there and travel.